Hey guys, it's me, Dax Moy from FitSystemTraining.com and DaxFITPro.com. Back here with another very short video in the MindMAP coaching series, where we're just exploring some of the important aspects of being a MindMAP coach and how you actually practically utilize that with your clients. And so today what I want to speak about is probably the most important question that a MindMAP coach can ask, and the least asked question in relation to most personal trainers and most people that are conducting any form of coaching. So just as a recap, remember that MindMAP is based around brain science, okay? Not mindset, brain science. And brain science tells us that when a client is under threat, they will become reactive in terms of their thinking, and far less responsive. So that most of the things that we learn about the concept of mindset, for example, are, to put it bluntly, they're bullshit. Right? The idea of think positive thoughts and think your way out of a problem, it doesn't work when you're in the throes of threat. And in the throes of threat is quite simply, we need to define threat, I guess, right, for those of you that haven't been on the program yet. But what is threat? Threat is the inability to predict the future and the inability to create an appropriate response for the environment of that future. Okay? So in other words, another way of putting that is that uncertainty equals threat. And once we move into threat, we can only react. We're not responsive. We're reactive. Okay, so just understand that. That's a really important distinction to make. A lot of the things that personal trainers are asking their clients to do are actually creating a lot of the threat response. They create uncertainty. They create doubt, and along with that uncertainty comes the threat, and along with the threat becomes reaction-based thinking as opposed to responsiveness. So a lot of things that we mistake for clients not being interested, or if they wanted it badly enough, they'd do it, or kind of they're weak-willed or they're self-sabotaging. Once viewed through the eyes of threat, it's a very, very different scenario. You realize that person is just reacting because they're threatened. So given that threat is essentially a form of uncertainty, the most powerful question we can ask ourselves as coaches is, or we can ask the client as a coach, is tell me about the current level of uncertainty in your life. And as they explain the levels of uncertainty, they're essentially explaining to you how under threat they are. And as a coach, you can make this even better by asking them, how uncertain are they in relation to their finances, in relation to their relationships, in relation to their careers, in relation to their self-esteem and their self-belief. How uncertain are they in life? What you'll find is the people that are the least certain are the ones that are the most reactive. They're the ones that are engaging in the most activities that seem to be self-sabotaging or seem to be demonstrating weak will. Okay, and this is because the two parts of your brain that are responsible for responsiveness versus reaction are kind of almost like functional antagonists, almost like biceps and triceps, right? So the harder you contract your biceps, the more kind of there's a relaxation effect in the triceps, right? Well, the harder you contract, so to speak, the reactive part of your brain, the less you're able to contract the responsive part of your brain. They're two separate parts. And this is proven in brain science. This isn't just some kind of pie-in-the-sky thing. This is once you move into reaction, you are very unlikely to be able to behave in cognitive, rationalizing processes. In other words, responses. Okay? So just bear this in mind. With your clients, they're being bombarded by threat from lots and lots of areas. And threat is essentially uncertainty, and uncertainty is something that you can and arguably should work with them for, because most of the results that you're trying to get as a coach they don't come off the back purely of the training or directly off the nutrition. They come off the back of the hormonal and neurological responses to the training and the nutrition, right? So if we move ourselves into threat, then our hormones are immediately in the threat hormone side of things. None of your threat hormones, I promise you this, are responsible for improving your metabolism or building more muscle or increasing your digestion or your ability to extract nutrition from your food. None of your threat hormones do that. In fact, they all do the exact opposite. Okay, so if you want to get the best possible results for your clients, you want to look at ways to increase certainty. And the very first place to begin on that journey is to look at where the client is currently uncertain. Okay, so I hope you managed to kind of wangle that question somewhere into your coaching process with your clients. If you're a MindMAP coach, certainly you've already been armed with the tools to expand upon that and dig a little bit deeper. But even if you've not been through the MindMAP program, just finding out where their uncertainty lies is a great starting place, because it means that you can now start to actually address the things that matter. As soon as you do, you'll find that the client's digestion and metabolism and sleep and everything else starts to go up. Okay, as that all goes up, they're going to get better responses. So this has been me, Dax Moy, with another short mind map tutorial. I hope you find it useful. If you did, check out more of the posts and more of the great resources over on fitsystemtraining.com and DaxFITPro.com. Okay, until next time, take care.